50 Fathoms, which that is another game that I really want to play. That game was going to be so awesome. 50 Fathoms. I still want to play that. Hint, hint, guys, one day. So, okay. The Ryan Seacrest explodes. You guys get up, dust yourselves off. You guys make it to shore. The next day happens. We'll take 10 more days off of the rations. Well, you guys are burning through these rations. All you guys have got 143. Now let's go to our random encounter roll for the second day as you trek towards Mo Bala. So someone give me a jungle encounter. So here's and whoever's going to do these rolls, just add that to your macro bar down below. Yeah, what's up, Darg?
Did we happen to get a rest in between this and then and now?
Yes, I am going to give you a long rest because it is the next day. So you get your spells back, you'll get everything back. So it's going to be easy to get all of your spells back, your hit points back and stuff because of the way that you guys are traveling these great distances and stuff. So, yeah.
How do you add stuff to your macro bar?
Just drag the little eye down into the macro bar down below. In the upper,
pull it up, just hit the function key.
Yep. So if you put it in like slot number 4, you'll hit F4, and then your little table will pop up.
Alrighty, I got the water encounter one, so somebody else pick up the jungle encounter one.
All right, let's see if a jungle encounter occurs.
I thought that was Omi.
Oh, I can do it. First of all, does it look like we're going to make it to Mbala this day
It
based
does.
on our map? It does, okay.
It's
So
middle afternoon by the time you get there on the second day, yeah.
Oh, so we'll probably get there just as it's time for a rest again.
Yes. Well, yeah, I don't know if it's going to be, it just depends on if you get an encounter, yeah. But this is happening on the way to Mo Bala.
Okay. That night, Omi will open up the spice rack and take out some of the rations and cook for the party. And use some of the spices and make some nice little spoon cookies out of the rations to give everyone a dark vision for the day.
Oh, nice. Yeah, go ahead and deduct the... Oh, that's good, because just as you get to Mbala, you have another encounter. Boy, you guys are rolling great today. I mean, you guys really are rolling. You're rolling great. $61. All right. Why don't you roll me a... let's see. Roll me a D10, Omi Barton.
Uh-oh.
Oh, man, this is going to be good. Okay, I like this. I can dig this. I can actually really dig this. Okay, so here's what happens. You guys are trekking through the jungle, and as it's about middle afternoon, and off into the distance, you can see the massive rock in front of you called Mo Bala. And you can see that the entire top of this thing has been sheared off. And then, as you guys are kind of just wrapping up from a little rest, you've been traveling in this jungle all day. You've been fighting the swarms of mosquitoes that have been eating you alive. You've seen all kinds of different flora. You found these red parrot feathers all over the place. You've seen these purplish and orangish orchids all over the place. And all of a sudden you're starting to hear, and in fact, you're starting to feel the ground start to rumble. And it's starting to shake. And then out of the brush come a couple of huge, and I mean large, creatures. And they are, let's see, how big are they? They are huge. So these things are 15 by 15 feet. And these things are, they definitely look like a dinosaur. Okay? But as they get closer to you, they appear to be undead. And these creatures are quadrupeds. They have large spikes on their back and a very long tail with a club with spikes on the end of their tail. So why don't everybody give me a nature check really quick? If you are not proficient, now I'm going to start doing this with my skill checks too. If you guys are not proficient in nature, then give me this check with disadvantage. If you're proficient with nature, just give me a nature check.
How do you want to handle Omi's half proficiency stuff?
You can do a roll at -5 instead of disadvantage. Wow. And you can drop those into the tower. Thank you, guys.
Whoops.
That's okay. Okay, so we're going to have two of these huge monstrosities that are coming out, and they look to be undead as well. Wow. Nobody knows what these things are. And I like that. You know, I wish 5th edition would put something into the rules to where if you're not proficient with something, have disadvantage. Because I like it to where the players don't learn something from time to time. You know, this just automatic success with everything. Yeah. I'm sure it probably is a little waiting on you guys as well, where you find out every single thing every time. I like throwing some disadvantages in there sometimes. So there's a couple of these creatures, and I'm gonna get an image for you also. I'm gonna put a map down. We're gonna get another map down really quick. And it's just going to be a generic jungle map. All right, I like this one. It takes no time to set this up, guys. I mean, really no time. That's what, you know, with these random encounters, yeah, it's nice. All right,
That's a big map.
Yeah, you can just shrink it down. Just hold down control and move it around.
Mine's still loading.
All right, so I've got a couple of these big creatures. 2 of them. One is coming from the north, one is coming from the south. I'm going to put you guys on the map here. You guys will be here on this trail. You guys kind of put yourselves around in the middle. Let's see, Aries is not here. Said that you guys are just wrapping up your camp for the day. Wow, you guys have actually had 2 random encounters in a row. That's what you get for rolling really good, right? Now I need to get a...
Oh, yep. Everybody has dark vision now, if that helps anything.
Token out. Where are the Ankylosaurus? There they are. I've got a bunch of dinosaur tokens too, which are really nice. There's one. There's one. Okay. These actually, they're coming from the east and from the west. So here's one coming out from this direction. Here's one coming out from this direction. This is what they look like. You guys hear them coming. You guys see them coming. Roll initiative and good luck.
That's hateful.
So that's basically what, there's no image needed, but yeah, that's what they look like. So it looks like we've got our initiatives rolled. Looks like Zero, you're up first. So you may take your action, sir.
Okay. I'm just gonna stay right here and fire at the number 11 guy. Lightning bolt.
Okay.
That's 100 feet.
Yeah, each square is 5 feet. Ooh. Failed dexterity save. All right, it takes 29 damage. You have definitely gotten its attention, Zero, that's for sure.
Here's my surge.
Yep, surge roll.
Oh,
So close, but yet so far away.
I might have to use my Tides of Chaos.
I think you might have to as well. Okay, this thing's got quite a bit of movement. No, actually, no, it doesn't. 10, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. It can't make any other movements. It's done a dash to get to you. These things are actually pretty slow. Omi, you're up now.
Omi's going to move to right here so the creature is in range and cast a Bane spell on both of them.
These
As
things
I
are pretty
pull-
huge, aren't they? Sorry about that. Bane
Oh, yeah.
spell.
I pull out a bent spoon and point it at each of them.
Bent spoon. Is that what the bane means? Is it's bent?
Yep.
Is that how you identify your different components that you need for your spoon spells?
Yep.
One
Everything
was-
requires a spoon.
One's,
Everything's
one's
just
bent,
kind
one's
of-
straight. Well, what happened to Mr. Spoony? You know, everybody keeps asking on the YouTube comments, what happened to Mr. Spoony? I don't know. We're going to have to find out, huh? So one of those...
I
go ahead.
haven't been there in a while. Is that what they're doing?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They're happy that we're doing Tomb of Annihilation, though. Everybody's really happy about that. So, one failed save, one successful save. All right. Anything else? I see you did your movement, and we'll go on to Shen now.
And I give Darganath Bardic Inspiration, and that's it.
Okay.
Hang on just a second. All right, I'm going to, as a bonus action, cast Shield of Faith on myself.
As that tail swinging around, that morning star tail.
Yeah, I think that's going to be...
My dinosaur
one of the
sounds are
first,
horrible.
be a
I'm
thing, and
sorry.
I want to use the War Priest and attack.
Okay. These things only have one attack,
Ankylosaurus.
but I'm giving him 2 attacks around because they're outnumbered 4-2. So nice hit with a 15. Yeah,
And
5
second
damage.
round,
Okay. 16. That's a hit. Plus, you know, it allows you guys, with the way that we're doing exploration, it allows you guys to have all of your spells and stuff all the time. You know what I mean? Which is pretty nice.
Yep.
2 hits. Lets you use War Priests all the time. I think you've used War Priests more tonight than you have the entire other year we've been playing.
Yeah.
Deviator, thanks, man. Good to see you, Deviator. Haven't seen you in a while, man.
And then I'll pass
Thanks
my
for the
turn.
prime, man.
I'm not moving.
Okay.
I will draw out both my rapiers, testing my new coded effect.
Ooh.
I think I did that right. Looks good.
It looks, well, I think, did you put a -1? It looks like a AC of 1. I think you may have to
Yeah.
change that to -1.
It should add 1 AC. No, because I'm drawing both my blades.
Oh, okay. All right.
I put it on when I
I got you.
Yeah.
So you're going to add so I got you. brain fart. You're going to add one
And
when
then I'll
you
just
dual
take it
wield,
off.
and then you're taking it off. You won't have anything. So good
I
job.
figured that was the best way to keep track on that.
Yeah.
And then I'm just going to do 2 attacks on this big guy in my face.
But he's so cute and cuddly and has a bunch of spikes on his back. You really want to attack that thing? Yes, you do. With a 25, you hit. What's up, man?
He wants to attack it a lot.
Nice hit. And you get sneak attack, so very nice. You are level 5 now, so don't forget. I think you're going to be doing... Aren't you going to be doing 3d6?
Yeah, but I'm not level 5 rogue.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Because you did the
Sacrifice
warlock,
enemy.
yeah. Yeah, I think it's worth it, though.
Oh, I should have just done the flame blade.
Oh, guess what? You guys have a perk in from good old Mythic Master Mike. You get to take a roll on the critical fumble table. Let's get that out. Oh man, I can't believe I don't have that out already.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
I'm glad I'm not standing adjacent to him.
Yeah, right. There you go. All right, so you've basically slipped in the heat of combat. You need to make a dexterity saving throw. Dexterity saving throw. The DC's 15, which you were successful. So you grab yourself and you do not fall prone, but you do lose the rest of your turn. But that was it anyway, which is no problem.
Yeah, I was going to try to move away, but I can't now. That's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, I changed those up to where there's a lot of losing turns because when people were going prone, they were just standing right back up anyway, even though it was the end of their turn, but they still had movement from not moving. So it would kind of ignore the whole, just kind of defeat the purpose of going prone. So I added in there, lose the rest of your turn and reactions. So you don't get to take any reactions either. So until next turn. Okay, so let's go with this this huge spiny beast as it turns towards 0, and it takes its tail and it bashes at you the first time. This is the one that's suffering from Bane, so it misses you with the first bludgeoning attack, and the second is even worse. So you dodge out of the way. Good job. All right, so now let's go to the top of the order. Mythic Master Mike just bought another roll for anyone. 0, you're up. Top of round 2.
Okay.
These pesky dinosaurs.
I don't know if I want to grasp it.
You've got its attention already for magic. Maybe, I don't know, maybe you want to do it again.
We're going to shocking grasp it.
I love it. Shocking grasp. And that's a hit. You could have done it with advantage with Tides of Chaos too, but
Oh, yeah.
do you want to do that if you use Tides of Chaos? Do you just want to take the roll and just surge it?
Yeah.
All right, that's cool. We'll save it for next time because I know you
I
like
got to
that.
remember
too.
that, though.
All right, go ahead and roll your damage. You were successful. So you do a total of 6 lightning damage from Shocking Grasp, and it cannot take any kind of reactions or anything like that. So very good. Next, you want to take any movement? You want to take an attack of opportunity? Well, you can't take the attack of opportunity because it can't take reactions. So, all right, now we've got, let's see. Ooh, you know what? I kind of goofed up on the order of these things. So we'll just kind of switch these things around. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, and 40. We'll just kind of reverse them. And I'll just let them go in turn order. In fact, let me kind of just switch these around really quick. 39 and 0. I think that would be it. All right. So, all right. So there we go. I just kind of switched the hit points around on these guys. And actually, that's 49. This guy is 0. So what I'll do is I'm going to move it down to... No, I'm going to keep it like this. So we're good to go. Oh boy, where did my guys go? All right. I'm going to attack 2 more times. Because the other dinosaur ran in. Now we'll get a couple of attacks. The first will be on 0 hits. Wow, look at that damage. 19, you're heavily wounded, and you are totally taken back by the attack. Your strength saving throw is a success, so you do not fall prone. And the second attack, I think he doesn't like magic, but you were able to dodge that attack. Now, Omi, you're up. I had the dinosaur switch.
Omi's going to pull out one of his vibrating spoons again and flick it over, but right behind Zombie. There's 11 down there as he casts Shatter again.
Is it shaped like a spoon, or is it shaped like something else that's vibrating?
It's a spoon, Dave.
I know, I heard you. I just had to ask you anyway. I was going to ask if that was the spoon that you used on Brunhilde that night.
Oh, geez. Omi's trying to forget about that.
Oh, I will not let you forget that, buddy. All right, so the dinosaur failed its saving throw. 19. I think Brunhilde's going to go after Darg next or something. I don't know. We'll figure something out. 19 more thunder damage.
And then I'd like to give a Bardic Inspiration to 0 again.
All right, Shen, you're up.
And that'll...
Alright, I'm going to... So, 11 is... He's dying?
Yes, the first one is absolutely dying. I just didn't delete it off the map yet.
Oh, so my spoon must have landed inside it and blew it apart.
Yeah, there's spine and piss and crap and snot and dinosaur meat all over the place. Bones.
Alright, let me...
Players make quick work of this stuff. That's what I like about the random encounters, you know. We haven't had a lot of combat in this game. So it's nice to get a couple of combat encounters, and that's just the beginning. There are a ton of different encounters, and I have a list of encounters that I have too. Nice fail on that saving throw, Mr. Ankylosaurus. All right, it takes 9 radiant damage. So I have a whole list of not only what's in the Tomb of Annihilation, I have a bunch of random encounters too.
Then I will stand my ground. Smack my shield with my hammer.
Okay. Trying to taunt it.
Yes.
All right, Darg, you're up.
Yeah, I'm going to do my double attack key again.
Okay. That's a hit. Well, is it a hit? 17?
I don't think I had him targeted. I think I...
That's okay. You can just drop. You can just take the 17, and anytime you forget to target something, you can just drop that attack onto the token anyway. Just drag it from the chat onto the token. Pretty cool. Yeah, I totally forgot you took that Warlock. I bet you missed that 5th level on Rogue right now, huh? Nice 17 damage. Yeah, but you're still doing pretty good damage with the 2d6. All right, so you do a total of 6 more for a total of 23. Take movement if you want to. Okay. Yeah, it's good that you did that, because now this thing is gonna attack twice. First attack goes to 0-10. Hitting.
I'm dead.
You are down. The second attack goes to Shen, and it misses. So this thing is this thing is happy. It took one person down. It's going to try to eat you. So your first saving throw was successful. So you're 1 success, 0 fails. Omi, you're up now.
Omi's going to pull out his short bow take a shot at this last
You know, if you roll
bad guy here.
if you roll horrible, you're going to hit 0 and give him 1 for the road. You know that, right? But you don't.
Oh, not that time.
No, not that time. Were you cringing while you did your roll?
Yep, I was kind of worried there for a second. It was touch and go. And then as a bonus action, I'm going to cast Healing Word on 0.
Okay. So 0 will now be, he's not unconscious anymore, which is nice. But he'll still be prone. And I will add that onto his sheet. Okay, so take any movement that you want to, Mr. Barton, and we'll go to Shen. It's nice to have combat, though, as I was saying. Because this game hasn't had a lot of combat.
The outside of
this game is a heavy role-playing game.
And whack him, try to get him to turn around facing me.
Oh, wow.
With Sacred Flame again.
How are you taunting him? I gotta know how in the heck are you trying to get this thing turned towards you? Like in World of Warcraft, where you're turning the boss towards you to face away from the raid. Because that's what you're trying to
Smacking my shield, making a bunch of noise.
All right. So go ahead and do your attack. He's gonna taunt the boss. I'm taunting the boss. That's a hit. No, it's not. It's a failure on the saving throw because of Sacred Flame. So now you can go ahead, roll damage, and then give me a persuasion check. Oh, it rolled a 1. So he's going to taunt it.
Check. Wait, what?
Yep, persuasion check, yeah.
With disadvantage because I'm not proficient in that.
No, that doesn't matter. No, any kind of like skill or something like that. Yeah, you rolled a 2. I rolled a 1. Talk about crappy rolls. That thing does turn towards you. You do get its attention with a 2. With a 2.
That's excellent taunting.
Yeah, so banging on that shield did help. Darganoth, you're up. What bad rolls on that?
My double stab and go technique. It seems to be working now.
Nice hit. 19.
I should have cursed this thing. I would have been critting.
Kronk, you're not too sure about the vibrating spoon. All right, nice hit. 13 damage on the first, and the second. Oh wow, nice. 23 for another 4 for a total of 17. All right, you've got its attention. It's going to try to attack you twice there, Shen.
Excellent.
The first is a miss with a 9. Oh, and I attacked myself, which is not good.
I'm going to use my reaction to use cutting words and take a D8 off of that.
Okay.
Hey there, you got something on your tail.
They're called spikes, kiddo. All right, so the second dinosaur is dead. There are no treasure on these huge creatures. So that's how the random encounters go. These are not pre-built, so I just kind of build them as you guys get random encounters. Pretty cool.
Works perfect.
Yeah.
So can I tell if the meat from these things is edible, or are they too rotted out and stuff?
No, for these, yes. These, yeah, they are undead. So yes, the meat would not be good to eat. Unless you're going to use your herbs, but I still don't think that it would be very good.
Yeah, let's not do that.
You don't want to catch some type of disease from the undead, huh?
Mad dino disease.
That would not
Mad
be good.
dino fever.
I'm going to come over to 0 and touch him with my staff a couple times.
Oh, God.
Oh,
Oh, Jesus. I'm going to give you guys some experience points. Here you go.
Healing staff.
thanks.
That's actually for 3 encounters. So that's for the ship, That's for negotiating at the camp, and also for the dinosaur encounter that you just had.
I hate to be that player, but you never gave us any from the last session either.
What level are you guys? You guys are right. You guys are going to get plenty of experience. There was the only experience you would have probably gotten would have been, you guys really didn't do anything except for exploration.
Explore.
Yeah, you pretty much explored Camp Righteous.
We ate some beaks. That's what we had.
Yeah.
Beaks.
Hey, I did that epic trap thing and unlocked the box.
Yeah, that was actually good. Yeah, and you found the spice rack too. You'll make up for it. There's plenty of experience, especially with the more random encounters you get. And these random encounters are not all combat either. So some will be traveling wanderers. Some will be maybe, I don't know. I'm not going to go into them because I've got some pretty cool ones lined up for you guys, but we'll see. We'll see what happens when you roll higher. So you guys get to Mo Bala. And like I said, you guys see the 2,000-foot mountain that's sheared at the top. And there's huge piles of boulders all over the base of Mo Bala. And you can see that narrow switchback path that's cut into the side of the mountain as it just goes back and forth all the way to the top of Mo Bala. You're getting some mixed reactions about the vibrating spoons, Omi. Some people like them. Some people are like, I'm not too sure about that. So what do you think, adventurers? It'll probably take you a couple of hours to get to the top of Mo Bala.
We've come this far.
Yeah, but you're at the base.
Daytime wise.
Afternoon still. Later afternoon. Not yet dusk.
Is this still the same day that everyone has the dark vision from the meal?
Correct. Yes, you will have dark vision until you eat another meal. So for, until you do your long rest tonight, you'll have dark vision. Pretty much.
Oh, you guys want to take a quick break and then head on in and check this place out?
Yes, sir. Or
Yeah,
is
I'm in.
out of character? Is this a good time to stop because you got to leave in like 15 minutes, Dave?
You can go for a little bit more. Unless you got to go. Unless you have to go. If anybody has to go.
I don't have to go. We're going to get to the top and there's going to be stuff to do and it's going to be cliffhanger.
We'll, we can go to the top. We'll go for a little bit more.
I'm going to cast a Spoon's Encouragement in a 3rd level slot on all of my allies. And then I'm going to pull out the Pearl of Power to get my 3rd level slot back.
All right. You guys take a couple of... Now, by the time that you guys get to the top of Mo Bala, yes, the sun starts to go down. And about halfway up, about an hour into the trip up to the top of Mo Bala, you guys can see some stunning views that surround the wilderness. Now, I'm going to uncover some of this for you, some more of this map. So you guys can see for quite a few miles. And each one of these hexes is a pretty good distance, which is about 10 miles. Now, as you're climbing to the top of this, to the southeast and also to the east, you can see the Aldani Basin. And I'm going to uncover this, so I'm going to be quiet for just a second as I'm uncovering these hexes. So yeah, these guys are going to start finding out quite a bit of what they see. And in fact, I'm going to kind of maybe...
So, Omi, all those heals, I'm only at 10 hit points, plus the 7 temporary.
Let's see here.
Now you have
Is that
10
bad?
wounds. So you're
Gotcha,
at,
gotcha. I'm reading that backwards.
31 hit points. Right? Yeah, 31.
Let's see.
So would we have taken a short rest before we went in so you could throw a hit die heal down or something?
I would hope so. Oh, Omi, I meant to tell you my AC is 10, and then with my mage armor, it's 13. So it's 10.
Okay, so you guys have pretty much... You guys can see all the way to the south because of there's no force and it's just flat. You can see the entire Aldani Basin now. And to the far south, up above the curvature of the planet, well, you can see something that looks like maybe... Does anybody have any kind of... Well, you guys see something that's above the tree line. And why don't you guys give me a perception check?
I keep covering up the tower with my map. Sorry.
It's all right.
Hey, Dave, do I still have that spyglass from the last adventure?
Yes, you do. You have everything that was on your sheet. That's what I was going to say. Does anybody have any? I was kind of hinting around with that, yeah. And in fact, you can even do that with advantage also. So click the ADV button down there and +5 because you got the spyglass. So yeah, this is what you see, Zero. You see down to the very south, especially with your seeing eyeglass, which I'm glad you got that. That's actually really nice. You can see that there's a busted up wooden vessel. Looks like an airship. And it looks like it's all tangled up at the top of the tree line. And this vessel, you can see with your spyglass, is broken up into 3 chunks. And it's definitely a ship. You can definitely tell that much for certain. And it is quite a ways away from where you are at. Now down to the south, I'm going to reveal an X. And you are what? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90... Probably about 130 miles away from this thing. You're quite a ways away. So down there to the south, you can see that there is a shipwreck that is tangled up in all of the trees. And these are huge trees. Now over to the east, sort of like the southeast, I'm going to put another X here. Shen, you see this. And this is pretty interesting, to say the least, because this is hovering well above the tree line. And you're able to guesstimate probably hundreds of feet above. And it looked like something was flying in the air. Maybe something flying towards you. But the more that you look at it, and then when, Zero brings the spyglass over, this is a floating rock. And on this floating rock, there is a huge dead tree that you can see. And through the seeing eyeglass, that's exactly what you see. And it kind of looks like it sort of has the shape of a rock. The rock actually has the shape of like a heart. And then there's this huge dead tree on the top of it that's sticking out. And that is to the southeast where I put the other X.
Invite tell the rest of the party about that and let them have a look as well.
Yeah.
Out of character, I'll tell him he was wrong. We don't just get left with one cliffhanger. It looks like at least two.
Yeah. See how he is?
Now over to the west, you see that you have the Ataz Kahakla, and that is a huge river canyon. And you can actually see that there's a river. I will also give you this over here where I'm going to put the arrow. Over here. Now, you can see that there is a river, and you're up pretty high, so I'm going to uncover another good chunk of this. You can see that there's a river that goes from the Aldani Basin to the west, and this river disappears inside of the forest. So you don't know where it goes, but you can see that the Ataz Kahakla, which is a huge canyon, and it's sort of like the Grand Canyon, where there's the river flowing on the bottom, and then you have the peaks on both sides. Yeah, you guys, yeah. But anyway, the cliff walls are probably about 200 feet above the river that goes right directly down the middle. But it looks sort of barren. It looks like just a bunch of sand. It doesn't even look like the shores are saturated with grass or anything like that. But you can see also through this gorge, through this canyon, you can see a bunch of large bones and skulls and rib cages and stuff sticking up.
I had a question, Dave.
Yes.
Do you mind the image of the floating rock thing? Can you just like pin that on that 1X, like a pin that we can all see?
Sure. You couldn't see it when I shared it before?
Oh no, I just wanted to keep it there because I know in 2 weeks
Yeah.
I'm going to be like, I don't remember what that is, but then the pin will be there and I'll be like, oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. I'll put a pin here for you, and I'll also make it green where you guys can see. You guys can see the green pin there now, right? And you guys can open up the image for yourself.
Yep, I appreciate it.
Yeah, not a problem. Good idea. So that's what you guys see at the halfway point as you're climbing Mo Bala. Now, you climb as the sun starts to set, and it is now dusk. You get to the top of Mo Bala, and there is a sort of like a ruined city, because as you guys are climbing to the top of the last switchback path, the path turns into steps that are carved into the actual mountain itself. And then you climb to the top of the plateau, and it looks like there was at one time, there was a beautiful, grand, civilization that was up here. And there's this old wooden, stone, and wooden gateway. And the gates that were once sealing this entrance are now all rusted away and bent, and they're hanging on the hinges and whatnot. And on both sides of the gate, there are heaps and heaps of human skulls. And all of these skulls are picked clean. The flesh is picked clean off of these. And it looks like they've all been bleached to the color of white, probably from the sun, of course. And it looks like all of these skulls are looking at you, giving you these grins as you guys are looking at this gate and beyond, and you can see that there's just a bunch of ruined buildings and whatnot. But you can see that deeper inside of this once civilization, you can see a plume of smoke coming up. And there's all kinds of debris thrown all over the place. Vines growing all over the buildings, and roofs caved in.
For a minute.
Yeah, it looks like it's abandoned. Looks like this hasn't been, lived in for probably hundreds of years. But you can see that one plume of smoke that kind of rises above all of the ruins.
Think we should check out the smoke, gentlemen.
Sounds like a good idea, Shen. How about you guys?
I'm on board.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys head into the gate, past the piles of skulls, the bleached white skulls, and you maneuver your way down these old broken streets. And there's all kinds of empty wells, half-collapsed buildings, roofs caved in, roofs in your way. You have to kind of go around some parts of the road. And as you make your way to the middle of this place, it seems like the structure that you're looking at in this opening, by the way, it seems like it's probably the only intact structure on the top of this plateau on Mo Bala. And you're about 1,000 yards in now. You've actually been traveling for quite a bit. And by this point, it's dark. And there's this lone hut that has a door. And it's, the flaps over it. But you can see that somebody is probably home, because you can see light coming out of the flap that is closing the entryway to the tent. And the hut is made from a sort of like a bunch of stitched together animal hides and thatch and stuff. And the more you look at it, it looks like all of these hides and the thatch and stuff are stretched over this giant rib cage. Probably some immense dinosaur or reptile or something like that. And there's a slight breeze out this night. And you can hear some wind chimes kind of banging around over there by the lone hut. And you can see all kinds of animal skulls piled around this tent. And there's a bunch of totems that are stuck into the ground with bone pendants and feathers hanging off of them. And all of these things, and some shells, and they're all rattling in the breeze as well. And this is the source from where the smoke is drifting up from the hut. So what do you guys do? Kind of look around or charge in, weapons blazing? What do you do, adventurers?
I seriously, I just stare around completely awestruck that I can actually see anything.
Well, you have dark vision.
I know, that's why my mind's going right now. I don't even know what's going on.
Hey, Omi Barton, you got any more of those herbs, man? Those are good.
Well, as a matter of fact, tomorrow morning, if you want some more, we could do it again.
So
I'm like, is this real life? I guess nobody knows that reference.
I think we should nudge Omi through to the doorway of the hut.
You notice that when I put the dark vision stuff together, and after you ate it, your pupils turned to spoon shaped.
I'm gonna look at Omi and I'm gonna be like, I think whoever is in that hut really needs a Spoon the World Tour shirt.
You think so? That's a great idea.
Oh gosh. I love it. So as you guys are looking around and kind of once-overing the area, all of a sudden that flap made of leather and animal hides flaps open, and you see a very old-looking woman come out of the tent, and this is what she looks like. And you can see her because of your dark vision. And Darg, Zero, and Shen, you guys are usually blind as a bat by this time. And you're loving this dark vision. Well, goggles of night, I think Shen has. So, but this old woman comes out. And this old woman, she looks so brittle and frail, and she's got boobs that hang down to her knees. She's got this big bone necklace. Her face is painted like a skull. She's got this big turban on. And she takes a skull that she's holding, and she kind of pets it a couple of times. And then she places it really softly and gingerly on the ground. And then she kind of stops. Everybody give me a stealth check, by the way. And then she kind of stops and she looks around. Everybody put that stealth check in the tower, if you don't mind. I should have said that before, but no, that's okay. Dark, that's a nice roll, man. Really nice. So Shen, you're kind of peeking behind one of the huge pieces of rubble. And as she kind of is looking around, you accidentally kick a tin can that's on the ground. And it makes a lot of noise. And then she stops and she just kind of turns slowly towards all of you. And she sees you. And she gives you this toothy grin because she looks like a jack-o'-lantern. And in the darkness, she just takes her hand up into the air and she waves to you because she sees you, and she says, "Oh, hello, my pretties. Please, I haven't had visitors in quite a while. Come, visit me."
I guess since I've already been noticed, yeah.
You haven't been noticed, but Shen has. Because she's looking right at you, Shen.
Yeah, so I will step out into the open and bid her greetings.
"Oh, greetings." And she is shuffling, closer and closer to you. And she's got she's got a hunched over posture. And she's definitely a human woman, but she's old. Looks like she's riddled with arthritis, and her eyes are milky. She's got cataracts in her eyes, and she's got a dark, wrinkly face. And like I said, she's got a skull painted on her face, like the Punisher skull. And she says, "Oh, hello, good looking," as she grabs your cheek and she just pinches it and she says, "Ooh, my name is Nanny Poopoo. Who are you? And what are you doing here in Mo Bala?" And you can save your response for next time, because that's where we'll pick up. Yep, cliffhanger. You know me. So there we go, everybody. Good game.